Every year from 2022, I've been realizing it 1, 2 months before the exam. Even now, it's almost 2 months before the exam, and then you say, surprise, tada, this is the exam calendar, and this is tentative exam calendar. And most importantly, this is purely tentative exam calendar. What nonsense is this? You're pushing students to the brink, you're driving them crazy, and they're just losing themselves in the process. Do you understand the magnitude of the issue that the student community is actually facing? I was going through this exam calendar notification released by NB on 27th November 2024. And as I was going through this notification word by word, I was, in fact, surprised to see how this notification released by an autonomous body called NBE, which falls under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, completely defies logic and common sense, and how every year, in fact, year after year, thousands and thousands of NEET, MDS, and other medical aspirants are being fooled through these official notifications. In fact, I really feel sorry for all these aspirants. I truly empathize with them. The reason why I'm stating this is if you check out the official notification, they said that it's an exam calendar, right? Which means what we expect is they will tell us the dates of various exams. Okay, all that is fine. But if you see, they mention a word called tentative. So, what does tentative mean? By dictionary or definition, tentative means uncertain. So, the official body, which is responsible for conducting these medical dental exams, itself is saying that its notifications are uncertain. The details which they're giving are uncertain. So, why should students, lakhs and lakhs of students, trust you? And B, why should they trust you? And the funny thing here is last year you used the word tentative, right? And this year you improvise your exam calendar schedule notification by stating that these are not just tentative, but rather they're purely tentative. So, what is this purely tentative and how does it differ from tentative? I'm understanding that you're really good at using adjectives. You should keep it up. And the other reason why this defines common sense and logic is look at the third point here. They said that these are purely tentative, above dates are purely tentative and subject to approvals and confirmations. Yes, we do understand that for medical, we have a separate body called NMC, right? Previously MCI and then NMC. Now, for dental, we have a separate body called DCA or NDC. So you need to consult, coordinate with them, and then come up with exam dates, right? But don't you think we should be doing all that before releasing their schedules, before releasing these notifications? You release a notification using the words purely tentative and then citing that these are subject to change depending upon the approvals and confirmation that you get from various uh, respective bodies. And what kind of sense does this notification make there? Okay, let's suppose your intentions are really good. So release a tentative calendar 1 year before the exam. No one is going to question you, right? Release it 1 year before the exam. Every year from 2022, I've been releasing it 1, 2 months before the exam. Even now, it's almost 2 months before the exam, and then you say, surprise, tada, this is the exam calendar, and this is tentative exam calendar. And most importantly, this is purely tentative exam calendar. What nonsense is this? And this is something which we don't expect. As academicians, we don't expect from an apex body like you, an autonomous body like you, a body which falls under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. We don't expect such things from you. Every year, you're pushing students to the brink, you're driving them crazy, and they're just losing themselves in the process. Do you understand the magnitude of the issue that the student community is actually facing? See, if you're not capable of dealing with it, you should mention the same to your ministry and then delegate that responsibility. Why this nonsense drama and why are you subjecting everyone through this avoidable suffering and pain? This is all avoidable, right? This is all preventable. And then you come up with these notifications and with these fancy words, purely tentative, subject to approvals and confirmations. What nonsense is this? So, MB, this is a direct question straight on your face on behalf of all the students as well as academicians like me. So, do you have anything to answer? Anyways, you should understand one thing, that if you don't change, you'll be forced to change. It's as simple as that. And we have means to do that. We have legal means to do that. We have social media to do that. We have governments to do that. In fact, many students, not knowing where to direct their anger, they're just simply, you know, uh, diverting it towards you. And in the process, they're suffering and losing themselves and wasting their valuable time, which they could have otherwise allotted towards their valuable preparation. So, are you trying to teach us some life lessons by saying that this is how things are going to be in real life? And all students should brace up and face these challenges with renewed enthusiasm and courage? What nonsense is this? And to all the students who are watching this video, that's how the reality is. All I would suggest to you is, as I already mentioned in the previous video, be smart and see what best you can do given the situations you have, given the circumstances you are in, given the resources that you have. Plan your prep accordingly. I really empathize with you. I really feel sorry for you, but don't fall or push yourself into that victim zone, because it does no good. Maybe you'll get some sympathy, but it does no good to you personally or professionally. Trust me when I say this. Rather, see what best you can do, plan your preparation accordingly, and for exam-related guidance or assistance, you can always reach out to us through mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com 24/7. These are the times where you need to be more stronger, and as I said, this is how things are in reality. So I think these are something which we should learn from our life experiences, but not from NB. But NB is being kind enough to teach us these valuable life lessons and release notifications which are completely nonsensical and which completely defy common sense and logic. All the best.